We have a 16-minute AMRAP. We're gonna go 8 bent over rows. If you have a barbell, 115, 75, then 8 overhead squats and 16 deadlifts. I just did this workout. I didn't have a barbell. I used a dumbbell. What I'm gonna do is go through the movements, substitutions for the movements, how you can use a dumbbell, household object, kettlebell, and then after that I'll go through the warm-up. First movement is the bent over row. On the bent over row, what you're gonna do is deadlift the bar off of the ground. Once the bar is right below your knees, you're gonna pause. And from there, you pull the bar to in between belly button and sternum. Looks like this. We get into a deadlift position, deadlift the bar up, and then pull belly button to sternum, somewhere in between here. Then go back down to where bar passes knee. Pull, back down. Here's what I see a lot of. Start to pull, look at my torso. This is not a bent over row anymore. This is a bent over row. So try to stay almost parallel to the ground with your torso, thinking about keeping your stomach squeezed, making sure that your back is staying arched. You don't want to round out your back. Now, if you don't have a barbell and you're using kettlebell, dumbbell, household object, go single arm for this one. You're going to do 4 on each side. So on the bent over row for the dumbbell, it's going to be right below knee. Keep your torso parallel to ground. Try to keep your shoulders square to ground. Pull up. And what you're really trying to feel here is elbow close to body and shoulder blade or scapula squeezed in. So 4 each side there. For the overhead squat, on the barbell, we're going to take a wide grip. From here, we do a power snatch to get it overhead. Elbows are locked out, so we're pressing up really hard, keeping those elbows locked. Squeeze belly, lock it in place. Down below parallel, and stand. Now, if I'm using household object, kettlebell, or dumbbell, I'm going to go single arm. Get that object overhead. A little more difficult with single arm. Other arm straight out. You're going to sit back and down. Keep that arm straight and directly over the center of your body. And stand. After 4, you would switch to other side. On the deadlifts, we have 16 deadlifts. So key points, all the foot on ground, back remains arched. Use your legs to lift the load. Here's what the deadlift looks like. All the foot on ground, weight back. Back arched, using legs to stand up. If you're using kettlebell, dumbbell, household object, again, single arm. And on that single arm, go down to ground. Do 8 on one side, then 8 on the other. So it's going to look like this. Now, when you're loaded on one side and hinging at the hip, there's a tendency for your body to start to rotate. Resist that rotation. So as you're going down, look at my shoulder here. It starts to rotate up. We don't want this. We want this. Touching the ground, shoulders staying square to the ground. 8 on one side, 8 on the other. There are your movements. Let's get into the warm-up. First warm-up movement is a lunge plus up and over. So you're going to lunge out, drop back knee straight down. Then you're going to step back. The front leg is the leg that you go up and over with. Then step out with the alternate leg. Step back, up and over. Remember on these up and overs, bring your knee to your chest. We're trying to take that hip through a rotation, internal and external. After that, we have 10 scorpions. And what I want you to do on this one is one arm straight out, the other arm in a push-up position here. You're going to scorpion up and over. So bend your knee, push up and over. Keep this shoulder on the ground, tap the ground, then switch arms, up and over, and then switch. We have 10 of those. After that, we have 10 kick sits. On those kick sits, we start in a plank position, and then what we do is kick under, so one leg under the other, continue to roll over, and kick up. Come back, one leg under the other, kick up. after our kick sits, 10 push-ups plus the shoulder tap. And on those shoulder taps, I want you to do those shoulder taps with control. So it's a push-up, then a shoulder tap on each shoulder. That's 1 rep. Here's what it looks like. Push-up, shoulder tap, then you'd continue on. Get 10 of those. For our scale practice this week, we're not gonna hold. We're gonna practice dynamically. So we're gonna go 5 reps, front scale each leg, 5 reps, back scale each leg. The pace is just up with control, down with control. That's 1 rep. So I'll show you a front scale, up with control, down with control. 1 rep. You get back to here, to this position right here, and go right back up. 5 on each side, and then switch to the back scale. On the back scale, same thing, we're gonna get set, getting legs straight, pointing toes, or toe, and then we're gonna go down, and come back. And you go through 5 reps of that, so 5 on the front, 5 on the back. When we're done with that, we're gonna go 30 seconds, 3 different movements, run in place, high knees, butt kickers. No break in between, go right into it. On the high knees and the butt kickers, I want those done with fast feet. So really try to push the pace on the high knees and butt kickers. Running in place is here. Practice landing on balls of feet. High knees, use targets. Watch how fast I go here. This is what I want you to emulate. So fast high knees, right into fast butt kickers. Hands behind butt. Give it a little speed. When you're done with that, you're gonna go through just a practice round. If you have a light load, use that, a broomstick, something to practice the movements with. If you just have your working weight, then just use your working weight. We're gonna go through 4 bent over rows. So that's, if you're using a single arm object, that's 2 on each side. You're gonna go through 6 overhead squats, 3 on each side for the single object, and 8 deadlifts, 4 on each side for the single object. Have fun, guys. It's a good workout. I'll see you tomorrow.